drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, my catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city, you probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Herbert to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The Bears at 5-9 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. On 2nd down now, Knox. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the... Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go play action here on first down. And complete to Drake London. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd and 7. On play action, Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Knox, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. He'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 22. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, an even 90 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Coup now for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Falcons 24. Bears nothing. Young way through.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Fields on 1st down. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Fields. Claypool with another catch. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's Patterson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, Patterson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's London. He's at the 30. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. One quarter remains here in Week 16. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out. And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Fields on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th. And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Darren Hall. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Third down, here's Patterson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Completion here to Claypool. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll go again with Patterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, this from 48. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, That's a win for their side.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Algier dashing through the snow. It's a gain of 34. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes